Welcome to this overview of the Excel add-in from Velixo for integrating Acumatica data to create powerful reporting and to manage your report distribution to all stakeholders quickly and in a standard, consistently repeatable format. In this overview, we're going to take a look at a couple of the basic Excel functions that Velixo provides to show how your Acumatica data can be linked through integration with Excel. I'll use the Velixo functions to bring in our general ledger codes, our account names, and our balance information. For demo purposes, I've typed in some of our parameters, such as the general ledger actuals, periods that I'm searching for, but I'd recommend you have a parameters page so that you can just change here, which can be used through all of the spreadsheets and worksheets that you may have, as you see down below. Let's go back to the worksheet for this demo. And you'll notice I have my headers, my GL account codes. From here, I'm going to show that we have the Acumatica add-in up at the top. And one of our options is Insert Chart of Accounts. When I click on that, it wants to know which company I'm working on. And I hit Insert, and all of my GL account codes are brought in for me. Next, I'd like to know what the name of all those GL account codes are. Here we're going to use the function. Velixo has added several functions for Acumatica, as you can see here. We're going to go and select General Ledger. Next, I have a lot of options available to me, but I'm simply going to get the account name. I'll bring that in, and the function wants to be filled out. You can do that manually as you're typing it in, or as I do here, use the arguments made available to me. First thing I need to do is tell it which company I'm in, and I'm in the demo company. And now which account, and I'll use the one on this row. And there's petty cash. I want this to be relative to this particular location, but always available for A10. And now I'm going to go over and enter my ending balances for the period 3/2021. Now I'll just select function account ending balance. And again, tell it my demo. Or I could, if I preferred, just type in demo. Next, I'm going to put in the ledger. In this case, it's going to be C1, my actual ledger. My account, again, will be on the same row. Scrolling down, as of will be for the period C3. My information is quickly brought in directly from Acumatica. In this case, I want to note that C1, I want to be relative, so I can also use it for the next columns that I'm working here. So I'm just going to put a C $1, so it stays relative to that as I add my rows. I want A to be consistent, and C3, my financial period, I want to be relative to the column, but not to the row. With that, I can go ahead and type in additional information here, and then type in my variances. Once I have my formulas correct and I have my periods set up correctly, I'm just going to go in and drop that all the way down. Oh, I know what I did here. I didn't do relative to A1. I want that to be in a fixed position. There we go. Again, the relative position to your formulas, that's why I like being able to use that parameters page that I mentioned before. Then I just have one consistent place and I know to make it fixed. Let's go to the ending balances here. Again, I'll just drop those formulas down. And the information's brought in and ready to use. Something else you might want to do, since you don't always want to bring every account number in and then have to create your spreadsheet that way, I'm going to unhide this and just show some additional options that you have available. You'll notice in this section I've got 10, 100, 200, 300 with semicolons. You can just type in a series of numbers that you want and bring them each in. Here I use a colon instead of a semicolon, and it'll take the entire range from 10, 100 to 10, 750. Or you might want everything that begins with a 1 using a wildcard search, except for maybe 10, 400. In that case, this is the undeposited funds. Just like before, I'm going to take and copy and paste that into those sections. It goes out to Acumatica, looks for these account numbers for the ending balance on the date of March 2021. I can change the date to 4. And again, each month as you run your reports, just put in the period that you're reporting on, and you'll have the details available to you. That's just a sample sheet, but Velixo provides many samples available to you to just work and add your own details into, such as a P&L, income statements, trial balances, much more. They have a lot available on their website that you can download and make use of. You'll notice when I go to my P&L, I'm able to go in and see the formulas that they've given to me, make the adjustments to your specific company. Another thing that's very nice, whether I do it from the sheet I just created or here, I can highlight a cell and maybe I want to know what the detail is behind that. Another one of the Acumatica options up here is the drill down. When I do that, it creates another worksheet for me called drill down and brings up all the detail for the period that I was looking at. And beyond that, I can choose to view the transactions. When I do that, it's going to go out to Acumatica, open up my instance of Acumatica to the specific period I was looking at. I can see the details that made up that information. I can click on the specific batch numbers and go back to the source document. Going back to the spreadsheet that we're on, one more thing I just wanted to point out was the distribution list. You're able to set in distribution of an Excel with or without formulas, PDFs. Choose the file names of what you want to send. Maybe some people just get the Services West or Services East division. Consolidated profit and loss, income statements. You give it which tab you want to send, which branch you're sending, whether it's consolidated or specifically one of the branches, who it goes to, add an email subject in the body, and you'll be able to send all your reports out, pulling from this one sheet and distribute it on a regular basis very easily. Thank you for taking the time to look at this overview using Velixo Excel add-in for Acumatica. If you'd like more information about Acumatica or Velixo reporting, please visit us at ASWIus.com.